Hello everyone and welcome to the Tuesday Checklist on a Wednesday, the show where we explore our personal gaming experiences and shout at each other from behind the camera. This week, however, they are shouts of glee as we are discussing games still to come in 2022 that we absolutely cannot wait for. Thank goodness we're nearly halfway through the year then. I don't think we could hold out much longer. First up, it's Rosie.
I'm incredibly excited for this DLC. Spicing it up, immediately DLC. What? Not what you're expecting.
Didn't see this coming.
Not what we
Didn't
asked
see
for
this
either.
coming.
I think it's wrong, but okay, let's hear it.
Well, you should be excited because it is a delicious last course. It is the Cuphead DLC.
Is that what DLC stands for?
Delicious last course for
Oh my
Cuphead.
god, is that why they made it like
That's why
that?
they've called it DLC.
Oh, like-
Cuphead's brilliant. They're going on like a little holiday trip, and of course, Cuphead and Mugman getting into some conundrums. Things are going to get happening. They're going to cause some mishap. There's going to be people who are going to fight you, and there are some new characters as well, including Miss Chalice, who is a chalice, basically. Who is a chalice, and there seems to be like a new like a chef character, and from the trailer it's like, oh, he's gonna give you some delicious cookies. I think it was announced quite some time ago, and people have just been itching for news about it since.
Are you itching?
I'm itching now that there's a release date. I was itching before, but now it's like coming this year. It's like I'm itching even more. Like, give it to me. I can't wait to see the visuals. I can't wait to see the challenging bosses and the mechanics they're gonna do. The way that the art and the animation team, can't wait to see what they've done with it. Just ridiculously excited for more tough challenges. Give them to me. Give me some more Cuphead.
Why do you like things that are difficult? I thought you'd have been glad to see the back of Cuphead after you got the platinum. You'd have been like, thank God
I
I
don't have
never
the
have to do
platinum
that
for
again.
Cuphead.
You haven't got it?
No, because with
Cue the
because-
excuses, here they come.
Because
Let's hear it.
Cuphead I'm doing with my pal Mugman. Therefore, we both want to get the platinum together.
Screw you, Mugman.
Mugman
Hurry
being
up. What's going on?
Mugman being my boyfriend. And with life, you've got work, you got to cook dinner. We don't always have the time to.
You've got your boyfriend like you.
Rosie, you've
Gotta make my dinner.
You've got nearly,
Any game.
both have to.
you've got nearly 50 platinums. You don't eat dinner.
I just never eat at all. I just play video games.
Beef noodles.
I say we've seen Rosie eat it. So there's meals made by
Yeah.
a boyfriend.
You know what you should have?
Delivering them.
You should have cup noodles for dinner.
Oh my god, I've eaten dinner on the channel before when I did the Sackboy A Big Adventure Platinum. So let's just have some more delicious last courses on, with Cuphead.
Does he eat? Does he get to have the food as well?
Yeah, of course. I'm like, oh no, how has this turned out? No, we both cook evenly and we both work the same hours. I can't wait to get the plan for it. No, we both are incredibly excited, but we don't want to rush it because we love it so much. And this DLC is just going to give us even more Cuphead. And, you can't go wrong with even more Cuphead. So ridiculously excited for the DLC. And I just love the song. It's delicious last course.
I can't believe you couldn't get the Cuphead platinum. I'm shocked.
I can get the platinum.
Rosie, sure. I believe you.
I can get the
believe you.
Cuphead platinum.
I believe you. It's just you haven't yet, and it seems weird to me.
You don't want to. It's like the
guess it's
Yakuza
too
games.
tough.
You don't want to rush we don't want to rush what we absolutely love.
Yeah, but you finished those and got the
I
platinum.
haven't finished all the Yakuza games.
You got the platinum.
Currently on Yakuza 5.
Oh
and
my
I've
god,
only
you haven't finished the Yakuza. I don't know anything about you anymore. Who are you?
Again, because we're playing it together, we don't want to rush it. It's, we're enjoying it so much. Why?
What I'm hearing here is you're being held back.
I'm not
You're
being.
being held back.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
Not at all.
We have to talk. You're holding me back.
Not at all.
There
Not
are
at all.
It's an experience we're enjoying together. It's a nice thing. I hate you all.
So, one of the games I am most looking forward to in 2022 comes as no surprise. It is not the Callisto Protocol, it is not Stray, it is God of War Ragnarok.
Oh god, it's coming!
that thunder claps in the background, lightning strikes overhead, a cold breeze rolls through the office because
Oh my god.
God of War Ragnarok is coming, baby. I'm really excited for it. I just cannot wait to get back into Kratos' beefy body.
Oh my god. Me too.
Start Leviathan axing down everyone in sight. I love God of War. It is no secret I love God of War. We all love God of War. I know I had to fight everyone off to do this entry because I am the most excited. I can't wait to have more of it. And God of War Ragnarok looks like more of everything that was so amazing in the 2018 game. The 2018 game was like this emotional roller coaster journey of trust and learning and growth between Atreus and his father Kratos in the land of Norse mythology. We are getting more of that built upon as the pair try and fight off the end of the world with all of these icy, frosty moments coming in because it's Fimbulwinter, everything's going bad, all of their mistakes from the previous game are coming back to haunt them, like Freya being around, turning into a falcon thing and attacking them and chopping up the Guardian shield, the kind of lingering memory of Baldur's death, which has caused Fimbulwinter to happen. There's hunting for Tyr, who we see in the trailer, and he's a very big boy. After we've been to his temple and like learned all about him in the first game, there are so many things that are being threaded through this narrative that have come from that game and been built upon even better and bigger in simply a trailer alone. I just cannot wait to get in there and just feel it and be it and live in there. Again, you get to go into all 9 realms this time as well, so I'm going to see if I can name them all now. Before we got to go to Midgard, Muspelheim, Niflheim, we got to go to Helheim.
Yeah.
We also got to go to the land of the elves, Anaheim?
No, that's a place in Los Angeles. Disneyland.
Alfheim.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. But we also get to go to Svartalfheim, Asgard, and Vanaheim this time around. I'm sure there's another one in there that I'll probably
Anaheim,
miss.
I love it.
All of the characters that have been so lovingly brought to life, like Mimir, his little heads in the trailer, chatting away. We get to see Thor fleshed out properly.
Oh, that's so exciting. That's such a huge clash.
Yes.
Assuming you will be battling Thor.
Yeah.
Like Kratos versus Thor.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of an equivalent. You know, it's like when Man City play Liverpool in the league. Like the 2 biggest teams going head to head.
Why?
Read the room, Rob.
Why do this now
the
to
room.
me?
You know what I mean?
I can't believe you've equated Kratos and Thor to some football teams.
There you go.
That's all I know.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, it's like a really big rock versus another really big rock.
Yes.
But like a meteor kind of rock.
Yeah.
And then like maybe a volcanic rock. But no, it's incredibly exciting seeing Thor come into it and kind of Ragnarok interpretation of Thor as well, which we got the tiniest little taste of at the end of God of War 2018. As like a post-credit scene almost that you do like after the game's finished, you can go back to your house. And Thor's there with his hand over Mjolnir, with it crackling away, with all this lightning coming up it. Oh, I just can't wait. I just can't wait. It's going to be so good. Angerboda as well. Who is she? I don't know. Let's meet her and find out about Loki as well. I'm just naming things because I'm excited. It looks really, really good. It promises all the delicious, like severing, intense combat that we've had from 2018. The deep story, the epic adventure, the absolutely ridiculous, my favorite part, the lore, the world building. It's all there. It looks good and it's coming in 2022.
A game that I am really looking forward to that's coming out in 2022 is a game that I didn't even know about until quite recently.
And we've
Lucky
heard
you.
nothing but it
When
since.
I found out
God, he
about
hasn't
it,
shut up.
I have not shut up about it, as everyone in the office has experienced and gets very annoyed at me whenever I mention this game. And this game is called The Invincible, which people at home may have not heard of either, but it's, in my opinion, an incredibly exciting looking science fiction narrative adventure game developed by a studio called Starwood Industries, which is a fairly recently founded studio comprised of developers who have come from the likes of CD Projekt Red and Techland, and they've come together to make this an incredibly gorgeous looking game. The vibe of it is so good. It's inspired by a 1960s sci-fi novel of the same name by an author called Stanislav Lem. And it's from that era of sci-fi that I just really like. It's called Atom Punk. So with that kind of retro, optimistic, gleaming vision of the future that was prevalent in like 1940s and 1950s sci-fi before the digital age. So all the technology is very analog and big and hefty and tactile. You play as a scientist called Yasna who's landed on this planet called Regis 3, and your goal is to find your lost crewmates. You get to make narrative choices through the game, and we already know that there are going to be multiple endings as well. A game like that in this setting, it's so exciting to me. It's been described as Firewatch meets Alien Isolation, which I just think is
that's some good pedigree.
a really good way to describe a game, and I'm just incredibly excited.
I'm glad you're excited.
I have not been able to shut up about it since. I love games like Firewatch because they're short, they're sweet, and I get to experience an amazing story, and it's done. I'm assuming Alien Isolation is just, the creepy sci-fi horror vibes.
Yeah.
Like when we're talking about the actual moment-to-moment gameplay, making narrative choices, experiencing this first-person sort of adventure through this mysterious world. That's where the Firewatch angle comes in.
Shades of Alien Isolation, though. The big clunky analog technology, the kind of working all these devices and going through these creepy
don't get me wrong, I
corridors.
absolutely love Alien Isolation. I think it's an amazing game.
I love that the idea that Rob's made these assumptions, and the next trailer will be like, let's introduce you to the monster that will relentlessly pursue you. Your every step will be horror. There is no escape.
Well,
you must choose how to die.
The novel explores themes like swarm technology and the evolution and the sentience of non-organic matter. So you would assume we'll be exploring themes like AI and is AI real? Can AI feel? Is AI alive?
Are you going to resist the temptation to read the novel ahead of...
I've got the novel, Dave.
Oh, for God's sake.
I'm going to
He's
read it.
gone mad,
The man loves a
honestly.
spoiler. The man loves a spoiler. I guess it's not a spoiler when it's just reading a lovely novel, though.
I'm
Yeah.
very excited, but I want to read the novel before I play the game, just so I have that kind of... I know the world. I want to know the world, and it's not going to be, from what I understand, it's not going to be beat for beat what the story of the novel is. It's inspired by the novel, so I'm guessing it's going to influence the world and how it looks and feels and some of the themes that the story might explore. But it's right up my street. It really is. All of the things I like: sci-fi, space, little bit of horror,
Little
story.
sprinkle.
Yeah, loads of horror.
This is a game I'm extremely excited about and have been extremely excited about since it was announced. And I think you'll know why when I tell you that it's Marvel's Midnight Suns from Firaxis Games. Firaxis Games made XCOM. The game that I absolutely love, but also has punished me in so many ways that it makes it hard to love, but I do. In spite of everything, I love you, XCOM 2. The way it makes you feel about what you're doing, about the characters, about your team. I think it's just an incredible achievement for a game that's quite sort of hands-off in terms of it's quite it's turn-based and it's quite fiddly, but they have injected all of those mechanics into a game that is incredible. And I know they're going to do it again in the Marvel universe. Iron Man's in it, Captain Marvel's in it, Captain America's in it, Wolverine's in it, the X-Men are in it. Not all of them, I don't know. But it's not just the Avengers, it's Marvel. They've been at pains to suggest that it's going to be exploring the underworld of Marvel, the dark side of Marvel. As a casual film enjoyer, it's generally quite light-hearted and fun and colourful, and I'm looking forward to seeing this darker side. Apparently, our heroes will be up against Lilith.
Always the name of a bad guy, Lilith.
Yeah, Lilith is a great name. Lilith is the first woman of the world
Okay.
in Christianity.
Well, she's not even the big bad in it. Well, she is, but she's trying to raise a bigger bad called Thon, I think. Silent C. Thon.
Wait, so Silent C, like Thonk.
No, like CTHON.
Oh.
Okay. Thon. And
Like Cthulhu.
yes, like Cthulhu's got a.
Chthon.
You go. Yeah, I guess it would be Chthon.
Chthon.
Yeah. Oh, it's Chthon, isn't it? Oh, well.
Unless it is Thulu. And we've been saying it wrong all of this time.
We finally cracked it. Oh God, that's how you raise Thulu. Is like, I've done it. Don't say it. You can't say it 3 times or it's over. This is the first time in a game ever where you get to create your own superhero. They're called, I think, Hunter or the Hunter.
Oh.
But they are customizable, so their appearance is fully customizable.
Oh my God, what sort of superhero are you going to be?
I don't know. I don't know what options there are. And you know that I hate character customization. This is hard for me to talk about. I'll just go for like, I'll press, square a few times. I'll random like 4 times, and then the first one that I like, doesn't offend me.
Power of niceness.
I cast average. So you have this kind of base, which I'm very excited about, called the Abbey, which is kind of like an HQ for this group of Marvel superheroes, which you, between kind of missions, will be inhabiting. And they've described it as packed, I believe, with mysteries and secrets and lore. And it's where the other superheroes will be as well. I think they will teach you things, they'll tell you things, they'll affect the way you play. So your relationship with these particular superheroes will play a part in how you fight, how they fight, how the team works, the abilities that you have. And it's not just that your Hunter has a different outfit to my Hunter, it's that actually their abilities and their story and their relationships within the game with all the other superheroes is completely kind of up to you. It's more than just customization deep. It'll have a meaningful change, which is very, very exciting. And the gameplay itself, I mean, it just looks great. It's like a card-based kind of, I think it's still turn-based, but they've described it as being, it's meant to be quite quick, it's meant to be quite fast-paced. I can't wait to get my hands on it and see what those pesky Firaxis developers have been up to, because I think it's going to be great.
Another game I am so excited for comes very soon actually, which is why I think it's great for this video, because it's one that you can get to straight away that has a release date, which is June 10th, and it is The Quarry. So it's the same developer as Until Dawn and the Dark Pictures anthology, which is your Man of Medans, your Little Hopes, your House of Ashes, which is
Every time.
super massive games. And supermassive games are like my hero.
They've got a lot to
much.
answer for, they have.
It's got so many beats of like classic horror movies and horror influences that it toys with. So the story is you're trying to get 9 teenagers to survive the night in Hackett's Quarry, hence The Quarry. There's loads of different people in there who are like, hey, kids, watch out, there's spooky things. So you've got the people and then also the spooky things, which are these unknown monsters as of now. And the only kind of hint that you get of it is this pure Evil Dead camera swooping through the woods as if it's like the Deadite and Kandarian demon cam. Oh, it looks so good. And the main person in the trailer is David Arquette, like who they've gotten as the actor, as the sheriff, so
Wow.
it's so much like Scream. They've got Ariel Winter from Modern Family, as well as Brenda Song, who is London Tipton from The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Okay, I don't know that one.
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
know any
This
of
was
these-
this was
one of these things, Dave.
Yeah, you have me at Modern Family.
Am I so out of touch?
this was
No,
my
it's the
generation.
It's Ashes, right?
It's the children who were wrong.
Lance Henriksen, who is,
Oh, I know who that is.
Aliens, Pumpkinhead. They've got
Yeah.
Miles Robbins from Daniel Isn't Real as well, who's another like great little horror moment. He's in that new Halloween as well. They have Lin Shaye, who's in all the Insidious films.
Oh, I love those films.
Just
Like-
just a load of big red crosses. Just
Not for me. Not for me. Yeah.
I just don't know any of these
Well,
things.
have you seen Twin Peaks?
No.
Okay. Sarah Palmer, the mom, is
Right.
an actor in this as well. Like the great genre mainstays of horror who have this like looming spectre of all the films they've done kind of imposed across this, as well as all of these new teen actors who do very like, comedy, romance stuff, as well as maybe have a little step in the horror genre as, those meddling kids. So it's
It does
just
sound like, a horror fan's dream,
It
this
is.
game. Like
It
an
so
amazing
is.
ensemble.
So the director has said that it's kind of like his version of Horrorland. Like he wants it to be like a horror theme park kind of thing. And it tells the story of his life and influences and all the sort of horror that he has loved throughout the years in one big mashup. You've got, again, the flavours of the Evil Dead with the Deadite cat. You've got the kind of textures of Friday the 13th and sleepaway camp in this camp counselor setting in the middle of the forest. You got like notes of Deliverance and Texas Chainsaw Massacre and these kind of yokel locals who are like, ooh, we're from Hackett's Quarry. There are so many different decades of horror paid homage to. Literally just in this moment we've seen alone, and I just can't wait to get in there and get people killed disgustingly over and over again in many different ways. They've also got loads of modes for it as well, so you can play it through as like a movie mode where you don't have like much input in the controls and can just watch it, as well as being able to play it fully yourself or do the co-op stuff. It's got everything. It's got everything. And I feel like it's going to be my new favourite game ever. Like, I'm really excited for it. So, The Quarry, June 10th.
I just had this nightmare that there was a new horror game coming out that Ash was really excited about, and it was like Horrorland, a theme park of horror, and
that you'd be
it was
playing
coming
it on the
soon,
channel.
and that we'd
Yeah.
have to cover it on the channel. Yeah.
But
No.
this is the thing, this is the good part of having me on the team now, is I am super excited for horror, so you can fob off these games onto me.
I try that, but you take me with you.
Yeah.
There's a great video that you can watch that like shows a good swathe of gameplay that explains it a lot better than I will. But it's card based, and
Is it
you
swathe?
have pardon?
Is it swathe?
Swathe?
I've not been able to pronounce that for years.
What have you been saying?
Swath?
I think it's swathe. Yeah, but then I
Swath?
thought it was thon. So maybe don't listen to me.
I don't know. No, I can't say tuberculosis either. So
No, you can't. I'm not even going to say what you're trying to say, and people can guess. Please guess in the comments what Ash is trying to say when she says.
it's tuberculosis. Is
There we go. That's it. Don't say it anymore. Tuberculosis. What's she trying to say?
Tuberculosis is serious, Dave. Also, shut up. Anyway, what games still to come this year are you most looking forward to? Let us know in the comments below. This has been PlayStation Access. Don't forget to subscribe for more PlayStation goodness, and we'll see you again very soon. Thanks for watching.